anything. Let me just let's just pay for it. The Snyder Cut is out. Yay.
Go ahead, Tom. You go first.
Go Gotham Knights.
Tom.
We're only doing the first hour, guys. This is spoiler review. I have a couple highlights, but I would definitely let Tom go.
I just people that like who've seen it to let me know how they feel about it. Am I the only one in the world who don't like it? I don't know. Am I the only one who don't like it? Cause I look online. Normally, I look online. My YouTube's always full. My YouTube for some reason always know when I'm watching, no matter what I'm watching on. My phone talks to the other stuff, I guess, whatever. So it's always, no matter what I'm watching, on my YouTube line, there's always stuff full about it. And then even when I watched the Snyder Cut, I seen some stuff on my phone, but it was saying more like, wow, this is better. Wow, this is different. This is all the changes they made. I'm like, better? Nothing they was made it better. Like, it was just the same movie, but longer. For no reason.
There was no reason for this movie before out. There was no reason. This movie, you could have cut so much. Literally, there were just scenes where music was playing. And not even background music. I'm talking about straight up with lyrics, songs are playing for a whole 2 minutes. Nobody is talking. It's just 2 minutes of song playing and scenery.
Yeah, this overall, it seemed like they just put every shot, everything that they shot, nothing got cut. They were just like, put everything we shot, put it together, and we're making it a movie. Because I'm like, there's a good movie here somewhere. I think maybe like people can, because it's so much footage, you can cut it into like what you want, just like how they did, but they didn't really come out good because you're really trying to make a masterpiece out of a mess, because it's a lot. I just go with the first note I have is the scream heard around the world at the battle of Doomsday when Superman gets stabbed. His scream, it vibrates all around the world and wakes up the mother boxes because he is so powerful and he means so much to the universe. I thought this was so corny. And when they just like the scream just kept going, I was like, what is
that scene was so long. It was so
long. I'm like, are we going everywhere around the world? Really?
Look at the screen. If you buy this right now today, you make the same exact screen.
Like what? I'm like, I do like that they connected to like, now I don't know how Tom goes because I'm like, are they, it seems like this is right after that happened. Like literally the mother boxes woke up and they went into it, which I liked.
That's a good question you mentioned time. They literally went from that scene to the very next scene. Time they say 6 months later to literally.
They say part one.
They say part, but they didn't get no time. Where it's like literally the next scene, Bruce is looking for Aquaman.
So I'm like, okay, this incredible big thing happened. Y'all first got together. Let you go find somebody now. Like, let you like, this just happened a couple days ago or last night or whatever. Let me go find some help. If that seemed like that's what it was, but there's also so much where I'm like, y'all are jumping days. It seemed like y'all jumping weeks, at sometimes years, even at some point. Like even, and this is later, I'm not even talking about this, but later on when Bruce, he's like, I had a nightmare. I had a dream. I'm like, when did you have this? I thought this was between all this stuff. Like, I'm confused when you had that scene. Like,
a woman sung to Bruce Wayne for 3 minutes.
No, she wasn't singing Bruce. She was singing the Aquaman sweater.
A woman sung
Aquaman sweater.
I'm sorry. Multiple women sang
to the shirt
for multiple minutes.
I got written here.
And do it
that's actually the next point. I have Batfleck and Game of Thrones because that's exactly what it turned into. They were singing their hearts out. I'm like, are we really gonna sit here for all this? This is not good. It's bad. And you just have, oh, hey, Bruce Wayne, you a crazy man. Shirts off. just shirt off. That's all you're here for. And guess what? I don't mind looking at you, but you have no emotion. You have no personality. I don't even know who you are.
The thing about this is the man got out the water, had a shirt on. To get back in the water, took his shirt off.
That shirt was wet. It was wet.
You had the shirt on in the water.
That's the water. Wet now.
Aquaman. And then the whole scene when Bruce came to meet him and they were doing this whole charade thing. I'm like, what type of Bruce Wayne is this? Like, who is this person? And who is this Aquaman? Like, why are you so angry? Why are you just so, it's not even like charisma. You're just like, oh, what'd you say? Oh, okay. Oh no, brother. Like, oh, okay.
Also, can aqua people not speak underwater?
They gotta do air bubbles.
Cause I'm 100% sure in the
air bubbles. They got
in the Aquaman movie, they talked out them air bubbles.
No, it was mental. They took in their head. It's telepathy. They took in their head.
Yeah, that was bad. They did a lot of air bubbles. He's like, hey, like, oh, okay. Well, we got an air bubble again. I love anything Wonder Woman's in. I love it. Like all her scenes. That scene where she was at the bank, I loved it. It was really good. Like now, I don't know where her speed levels are because they really make a point to be like, this girl fast. So I'm like, is she fast? Like with Barry and Superman? I don't know, but.
That's one thing I noticed a lot in the movie too, where like, especially when it got towards action scenes, the camera did not know where it wanted to be slow motion at and where it wanted to be fast at. Because there were literally scenes where people in the scene would be slow motion and then other stuff would be regular speed. So like, I'm like, what is happening? Who is slow motion? Because that whole scene where I think when Steppenwolf first comes and he's destroying the Amazonians.
I love that.
Half the scenes, you love that?
I love that. I like what they did with Steppenwolf. Like, I see it was stuff like that where I'm like, dang, they messed Steppenwolf so much better than what he was in the movie.
Really? All they did was make him spiky and shiny.
But they made him more like, you could see his strength and his power and menacing. Like when you see him in Wonder Woman, he was booty. Like he wasn't like this person that we see now. He's definitely just a shiny, he's a guy from Thor 1. But all I'm saying, like, I wish they would have kept that stuff in the movie where it's like, oh, he's really powerful. He's out here whooping people, but he's also a lap boy for Doomsday. Not Doomsday, for Darkseid.
I'm gonna say the cinematic of the movie, there's a lot of scenes was just like, I don't know exactly what I'm looking at. Like it was scenes like, it's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of scenes where I'm like, is this just the pre-render that y'all show before that y'all shoot it? Because it seemed like, I'm like, this don't even seem like y'all did this for real people. Like this is seem like just the setup. Like y'all about to shoot these scenes in the next room. Because it was some stuff that was just not good.
It was some scenes like a great PlayStation 5 demo. It's a great PlayStation 5 demo.
Yeah, I liked all the Wonder Woman scenes. I like Steppenwolf, his added on. Cyborg, I hate the Cyborg. I'll just tell you that. I don't like anything about the Cyborg, including his dad, the way their relationship is. He hates everyone. He has no emotion. And I'm not even blaming the actor.
He said we got one time.
No.
I hate the way Flash run.
Flash's run is the worst thing ever. It's the worst Flash. It's the worst run ever. And I heard like they were trying to go for more like a social disorder as the reason why he responds a certain way. But I would love for them to be like, what is a social disorder? Because it seems like they just made something up and it don't really work. Now, when he responds, like when him and Bruce were talking, I'm like, okay, I see it now. Like this is a person I kind of like more. Like, why can't you just be more like this person? It was all the other stuff with Barry is not good. It's
I know we want to talk about like the first hour, but did you finish the movie?
I finished, yeah.
So I mean, we're gonna talk about it again on another pod. The rest of it,
we done right now.
We're talking about the second hour, then the third hour, then the fourth hour.
Can we done right now talk about it?
I've only got 3 more. I only got 2 more points, and then we're ending this.
The whole podcast, or just talk about this?
Snyder Cut. We're ending it here.
All right, get it out. I'm trying to talk about this movie.
but I said because
We so bad.
it's so because I don't want to talk about what I'm saying is, but I don't want to talk about this movie for 3 more pods.
Oh well, we're here. We're here. Iris in the movie for 5 seconds. She don't speak.
Well, Lord, if I second they stretched it out so long.
They stretched it out. Also, that's another thing. At no point in this movie does Barry run fast, and you see him running fast.
I told you it was 3 in the movie he did. We
That's
counted it.
literally all.
Wait. When they were in the sewer, you didn't see him. I thought you saw him run fast.
3 times he did it. The time they was watching them on the footage at the convenience store. What? The time where they was on the road talking to Detective Gordon or whatever, and everybody left and come around. They all left so rude 2 times. And the third time where he was, what was he doing?
I feel like every time they show Barry running fast, they did it in slow motion.
For the most part, they did, but it was only
Just like every time they did it in slow motion every time. Just like every time.
Oh, the third time where the end when they were staring at Doom at the end, and he came in speeding in the third time.
I was like, yo,
I counted.
so y'all not gonna show this man move fast, none at all.
I like some of his effects, like his fight scenes. Some of them weren't bad, especially the Speed Force effects. I'm thinking of the scene that was in the harbor when they were under fighting all that stuff, and before it got flooded out. There was some good Flash stuff there.
I missed that part of the movie.
That I like. Yeah, the last point I had was Aquaman material. He should have had 2 movies. Like, it was so much stuff in here, especially for Aquaman. I was like, why didn't y'all just make 2 movies? Like, y'all try to stuff everything in 1 movie, and then even when y'all come out with his movie, it's so mediocre. Like, you have all this footage, you have all this backstory. I don't know where is it? Why can't you just make 2 movies? Why did you guys try to rush?
The part I was confused about with the Aquaman scene was the one scene when he was looking at the dude on the throne, right? Wasn't it in the movie? That's how he got the scepter.
Well, they never really showed how he got the scepter.
They did show. Remember, because we wanted the same thing his mom wanted to. Thought she was dead, but she wasn't dead.
There's 2 different scepters. One, everybody, all Atlantis have scepters.
The one he had in the Justice League, his mama's. He got it from old dude. But one was the scene they put in the movie, the Snyder Cut, whatever. He was staring at sitting down at the guy with the gold one sitting on the throne, right?
Maybe I don't know.
But that scene supposed to come after you got sucked into the warp hole and find his mama.
I ain't got no answer, Sway.
You go to the next subject.